Look
at this. Look at this. If this camera could smell, everyone would be so happy. Mate, I've seen these new additions to the fucking...
The cinnamon roll.
Oh, the Belgian bun.
Oh my god. They're the best. There's one left.
I've never tried them.
No. When have you had one of them?
Ages ago. Unfortunately, not in the last 4 weeks.
No.
Hey guys, Mike Thurston here, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about food prep and what I do on a day-to-day basis when it comes to my nutrition. So, what I do, Monday to Friday, even Monday to Saturday sometimes, I will calculate exactly how many calories I'm going to have each day, along with proteins, carbohydrates and fats. And what I tend to do is I'll either plan it a week in advance or I'll plan each day based upon the activity of what I'm doing, what I'm training, if I'm doing cardio, whether I'm in the process of bulking or when I'm in the process of cutting. So I'm going to take you through everything that I've got right in front of me. So, banana, spices, eggs, broccoli, fish pie, unbelievable, asparagus, turkey, spinach, and rice. Now what I actually do each day is I will plan what I'm going to eat in the day ahead. So I've created this macro calculator. It's very similar to apps like MyFitnessPal and a few of the things which are out there online already. But for me, I shop at the same place every time I go shopping, and it tends to be Lidl. And you know, in general, meats and fish and vegetables, you know, they carry the same nutritional values and macronutrient ratios. In my experience, I want to be very, very particular with the types of food I'm eating. So what I did was all the foods that I tend to buy on a regular basis, I input that into a spreadsheet, and I created this formula and calculator which will tell me exactly how many calories I'll be consuming each day, along with how many grams of protein, carbs, and fats. I'm not saying everyone should do that. It took me, I didn't know how I managed to do it. The formula's crazy. I was driving myself insane trying to put this calculator together, but I did it a few years ago, and I swear by it every single day. And it's taught me a hell of a lot about what's in food, and you know, basically allows me to achieve my goals as efficiently as possible. So if I want to go on a bulk, I'll be very specific with how many calories I'm having. If I want to cut, likewise. If I'm generally just cruising and not too fussed, then you know, I don't measure all my meals and stuff. Dish, which is going to be the fish pie. I'm going to use, I either use this one, olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, or coconut oil. I'll have 1 tablespoonful. I'm not have too much more because that's just a hell of a lot of fats. One thing you need to bear in mind is that, you know, obviously coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil, it's healthy for you, but you can't go too wild with covering your pan and stuff like that, because yes, it does have calories. It's got quite a lot of fats in, which a lot of people tend to underestimate. You know, a tablespoonful of olive oil or coconut oil tends to be around 114 calories, 115. So, you know, if you're using that 3 times a day, it's going to add up with the fats as well. So you've got to keep that in mind. 1 tablespoonful. Yeah. So a couple of tips when it comes to preparing your meats or your fish. In my experience, when I've put things in the oven, you know, it generally tends to be pretty dry and bland. So every time I cook, I like to fry it in a pan and add loads of spices to enhance the flavour, and it just tastes completely different to when it's in the oven. You know, the things I kind of put in the oven tend to be salmon, maybe some types of fish, but for all the meats, I'll fry it. 375 grams. 2 full bad boys. I need a tool. Spatches. Why is that pan so goddamn hot? A lot of people, they like to complain and say that they don't have time to prepare their meals. You do. Everyone has the same 24 hours in each day. You just have to find the time or make time. And it's not as if it's going to take forever. It only takes, for me, roughly 15-20 minutes. You know, it could be less than that. It depends what you're cooking, but you know, it doesn't take that long. I'm sure if you really tried your hardest, you would find 15 minutes in your day to prepare your meals. Swear down, I need to get a new pan. That is the worst pan ever. Here we have the seasonings which make everything better. Char-grilled chicken, focus. Extra spicy Cajun, Moroccan. I'm going for Moroccan today. Shout out to the Moroccans. These are There's quite a lot of people as well. You know, they don't necessarily have, they don't think they have the skills to cook nice food or tasty food. We'll learn. Sort the rice out. I like to have it in a bag because it means it doesn't get stuck to the pan, and having to fucking clean the pan with rice on it is just annoying. But now we're going to do the vegetables. Broccoli, I don't actually weigh broccoli. No need to, unless you like cutting for a competition or something stupid. All things green are good. That's probably about 100 grams, I'm guessing. Asparagus. When it comes to the asparagus, you're supposed to just trim the edges off by snapping them. The end is usually quite dry and chewy and pretty goddamn disgusting. So when you're prepping asparagus, just get one end and the other, bend it and it'll snap. Put the stubby bit in the bin, and then the rest is to be consumed. When it comes to my vegetables, I don't really weigh it precisely or exactly. I just kind of whack it all in. Usually if it's green, it's good. I'll only weigh my vegetables out if I'm getting really, really strict and I'm cutting for like a competition or something ridiculous like that. In general, everything green is very low in calorie and even low in carbs as well. So when it comes to broccoli and asparagus, I won't really measure it, and spinach, it weighs nothing anyway. And when you put like half a bag in a pan, it just goes, and you end up with like that much. But yeah, I like to have the spinach boiled just a little bit. I find it quite hard to just eat spinach as it is. You just end up chewing leaf for a very long period of time. So as you can see right now, everything is in full flow. We've got this egg omelette pancake type thing, which I've probably burnt a little bit. This, the turkey, 375 grams, which I've doused in garlic and Moroccan seasoning. Let's do a little bit more. That's nearly done. That pan is absolutely disgraceful. We need a new one. Rice cooking, and so is the vegetables. So that's the egg done. I'm going to put some more 1 calorie spray on this hot ass pan. Next, we're putting on fish pie. Unbelievable! You don't understand until you've had this. You've got pieces of skinless and boneless haddock, smoked haddock, cod, and salmon, and all of them will blend together in one sexual mix. Liquid seasoning, shout out to Maggie, whoever you are, and obviously Himalayan rock salt. A little bit of a sprinkle. I'm going to open this little flap here so we can get more in. It's so good, you don't understand until you've had it. And then little drizzles of salt. And that will taste amazing tomorrow. That actually works out to be 350 grams worth of fish. High in protein, not too high in fat, and obviously low in carbs. I think the turkey's pretty much done now. I like mine a little bit char grilled, as you can tell. Right, let's put it in the Tupperware. Look at the state of that pan, oh my god. Non-stick my ass, you're getting in the bin. So the fish pie is done. I'm just gonna put that all in there. Oh, we've got some juice with that. Some little fish juice residue. I wouldn't normally do this with one hand, but good. Vegetables. I'm going to evenly distribute this into each sector. That was a big piece of broccoli. Ooh, got some spinach in there. A little bit of spinach, asparagus, broccoli, asparagus, broccoli. Well, this one's got any broccoli. There we go. Oh, it's awfully moist. So asparagus. So there we have all my meals for the day. Breakfast is always going to be proteins and fats, which will be the omelette. Then the other meals, I'm just going to generally spread them out evenly, and the carbs will be consumed before and after my training session. You know, if it's going to be a heavier session, it's a big body part, up the carbs. I'm going to have probably 2 scoops of protein as well. So add that all in the mix. When I eat it, basically is going to depend on when I work out. So there we go, you've got an insight into what I go through on a day-to-day basis. It doesn't take too long, only about 15-20 minutes. You know, if I'm by myself, I will try and make the whole experience as productive and relaxing as possible. I don't really like to do it in silence. Just not a fan of that, unless I'm very stressed out. I would either listen to some music, listen to a podcast, or if people are in the house, I'll talk to them. So, you know, you should too. If you live with your family, do it with, you know, a member of your family, or invite your family in the kitchen with you and talk to them. Ask them how the day was. You know, if you are by yourself, okay, listen to music or listen to a podcast. Listen to something that will stimulate your mind or interest you. You know, multitask, do 2 things at once. And believe me, the whole process is way faster if you're listening to something at the same time. If you do your food prep, you think, oh my god, this is so boring! It's going to take that much longer. It's like when you're doing cardio and you keep looking at the clock. You know, it's going to take a hell of a lot longer for time to pass. So enjoy the process, make it a habit, and believe me, if you start tracking your meals, preparing them, and understanding what it is that you're eating, you will see changes in your body